Right, you lot. Chopper John here. And here we have the Flying Dutchman of the Transformers. Maybe even the Kraken. Maybe that one guy from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Good to fit in Davy Jones's locker. Otherwise known as Transformers Age of the Primes, Deluxe Class, Quintus Prime. Here he is in his old mode. As we can see, it's pretty unique. Comes with a sheet of instructions right here, these papers thing here. It also comes with another accessory, which you could open the cockpit if you can get your nail in there, which is a bit problematic sometimes, especially if you've recently trimmed your nails, as I've done. There you go. And there it is. His little, his little gallstone. ah, I know it's not a gallstone, but yeah. It fits in there, and you can take it out if you can push here and pull it out. Oh, that's probably more for robot mode. Wait, yeah. But you can put it up here if you wanted to. Yeah. Really interesting. Not many alt modes like this even exist. So it's very unique. Yeah. One reviewer did point out humorously that it's like, if you stood him out, it's like he's surrendering to the trees. So surrendering to the police like a tree. So that's pretty humorous, all things considered. Yep. So, right. Now, another configuration you can do is just take these pieces, which are more like landing skids in this configuration, undo them and just bring them to the back like this. And I don't know what that's supposed to do. I guess in flight mode. I don't know. But undoing them is the very first thing you do in the transformation, or at least one of the very first things you do. So I just kind of get them out the way right here. That's what you want to do for the transformation. Okay. Just bring these pieces out the way. Now, I will agree with Perspective End when he said that doing this up with the legs is fundamentally pointless, kind of. Maybe it's just to stabilize these pieces, but yeah, it is kind of pointless. All right, so fold the feet out like that, undo them from here, bring them out and down. That's because there are these clear tabs going into these slots. Like that. Go. Take these sections, fold them down. Tab here and a slot here. Now, when you bring these down, there's going to be a tab right here, at the back of the feet, and a slot right up there. I think it's up there. So you can splay the legs if you want to. So I mean that's a possibility, but not really going to. If he's supposed to not really have legs in the first place, kind of pointless. But you could do it if you want to. Bring them down, 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 down. Go. Got the feet all done. Twist the waist round, and that's it for the lower body. With these tentacle arms, you can do what you want with them. I typically bring them to the back like this to get them out of the way. That's what I typically do. Come around here, I would split the nose cone and just bring them down. Now, the left side is the easiest to undo to go to alt mode. The right side is a little bit more difficult. So for the left one here, there's actually a tab and a slot. Tab on the nose cone bit and the slot there. But here, there's a slot on the nose cone bit and a tab on the forearm. Not that it really makes a difference in the step itself, but it's a detail difference that you'll notice. Take the arms, split them apart, and just bring them down. Bring his head forwards, that, and then bring the arms down, and, get them posed up, twist the arms so that they're facing forwards. And, yeah, that's it, really. Pretty much it. That's Quintus Prime in his bot mode. He comes with no other accessory than that little stone thing in his chest. He literally comes with nothing else but that. Yeah. So you can take it out if you want to, and put it in a Zan. Like that. You go. Or you could put it over there in one of the tentacle arms, and there you go. So you want to. Without it, though, he kind of does what Age of Extinction Galvatron did. If you want that look, great, but I mean, if you might lose the piece though. That's the only real concern. Not that it affects the figure all that much, but if you don't want to lose parts, yeah, that might be something to be concerned about. Head articulation is that it's slightly stiff actually. He's got a little chin thing here that does affect it, but he can look side to side, and the collar as well. That's a little thing. You can look a little bit down, mostly up for transformation. Shoulders do a complete 360. They go in and out, outwards at this joint like that, but then there's also another joint as well. Bicep swivel's pretty tight, but it can go 360. It bends at the elbow, 90 degrees, and his hands turn. His hands are actually the stiffest part, but they can do a complete 360. At least they were when I first got this guy. Probably still are. Just kind of get these out of the way. His waist turns 360 for transformation's sakes. These pieces can move out the way, so we'll go ahead and move them out the way for his leg movement to be accommodated right now. Just going to get everything out of the way. Hips go forwards that far, backwards, mostly all the way back, outwards, full splits as possible. A bit stiff, this joint is. His thighs turn, well, he actually turns at the knee, not at the thigh. Turns 360. Bends at the knee, 90 degrees. His feet turn inwards pretty well, all the way in. He's broken his ankle. He might be playing American football too much. And the only real tilt is going backwards. He can't turn, there's no rotation at the foot, and there's no going forwards at the foot. All things considered, it's pretty decent articulation, though the legs, if he's supposed to go for that floating look, kind of pointless, but hey, if it's there, you can do what you want with it. Bright side, it being this big skirt thing, he can't fall over. He's just going to stand. So that's a pretty cool thing. I don't think I forgot anything. Oh, I don't think so. Hopefully not. Yeah. It's got light piping up here. Luckily, since there's a light source above me, it might be working faintly. Don't know how well that comes off in camera, but it works here. It relatively well. Though it is a bit daft that there's a piece right there blocking it. So, transformation back into alt mode is flip up the head like that, bring up the arms, straighten them out, twist them so that the elbow is facing inwards, bend the elbows backwards, exact same thing on the other, and bring the arms all the way out, just to get them out of the way. There are these tabs right here on the side of the collar, slots in the shoulders. And when you bring these in, there are these tabs here and slots here that will go together. Though this is actually can be a little bit difficult sometimes. You start with the bottom ones and just go to the top ones next. And get these sections undone. This one is more difficult than the other because of the way they attach. Bring them forwards on double hinges. And again, you've got a slot here and a tab here. There you go. Of course, can't hold anything anymore. Take these sections and bring them round to the front. Slot here and tab here for these sections. In this case, they'll form landing skids. Whistle weights round 180. And if you want, if you want to say that too, I can't blame you. Because doing transforming the legs makes no real observable difference all that much. Not really. You could put blast effects here if you want to, if you wanted to. There's really no point to that, admittedly. The only point there really is, I think, is that, well, it's to stabilize the front and back part of the skirts, maybe. So yeah. But for transformation sakes, we can start here. And do these sections, bring them up, let's tab here, slot here. Do the exact same thing with the other. And bring them down. Just kind of bring them more closer together. More closer, that's proper English. Good on you. Bring the ankles down. And undo the calves from that section. Accordion them up. Now, there is actually a limit right here. There's resistance here. Don't go too past it. This is how you want it before you start attaching it. That's the way you kind of want it to look. And there are the slots here, tabs at the inside of the calves. That's how you want it to look. Exact same thing on the other. Yep. And that's pretty much how you want it to look, like that. Two tabs here. Excuse me, two slots here, two tabs here. So that section will attach. Then come around here, two slots here, two tabs here. There we go. You can adjust that and then bring these pieces all the way to the back. That's it. That is Transformers Age of Extinction. Not Age of Extinction, Age of the Primes, Deluxe Class, Quintus Prime. What do I think of this figure? It's a pretty unique figure, and pretty cool. Any flaws with him? I don't really think so. Don't really have the QC issues, or that some people might have, of these parts popping off too easily. I don't really. Some concerns might be raised about these sections, but I've had figures with rubber things like that before, and they're really no concern. They've lasted 10 years. So, yeah, not much of a problem. So, here's a nice figure. Hope you liked this video, and have a great time. And as always, see you later.